and for the last Saturday of August 2025. A few stray thoughts, and a few general remarks, and a few points of view, by way of a roundup of the week. All my own musings. Like it has been a unique week. Ganpati celebrations in Maharashtra and rain devastation elsewhere are going on simultaneously. Nothing dampens our festive spirit.
जय गणेश देवा माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा 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 गणपति बप्पा मोरया गणपति बप्पा मोरया गणपति बप्पा मोरया गणपति बप्पा मोरया।
ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਅਲਰਟ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਜਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ ਦੇਵੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਅਲਰਟ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਟਾਂਗਣੀ ਨਦੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪੱਧਰ ਵਧਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਅਲਰਟ ਹੈ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਅਗਲੇ 10 ਤੋਂ 12 ਘੰਟਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੇਵੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਧਣ ਦਾ ਖਦਸ਼ਾ ਹੈ। ਦੇਵੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਨੇੜੇ ਦਰਜਨਾਂ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਲਰਟ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਪਿੰਡ ਮਹਿਮੂਦਪੁਰ ਰੁੜਕੀ ਦੇਵੀਨਗਰ ਹਰੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਰੋਡ ਜਗਰੀ ਲੇਹਲ ਜਾਗਰੀ ਦੁੱਧਣ ਗੁਜਰਾ ਅਦਾਲਤੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਮੱਗਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਮੋਹਲਗੜ੍ਹ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਨੀਵੇਂ ਖਾਸੇ ਖਾਸਾ ਰੱਤਾ ਖੇੜੀ ਔਜਾ ਸਣੇ ਕਈ ਪਿੰਡ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਲਰਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਅਲਰਟ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ। ਬੀਤੇ ਕੱਲ ਘੱਗਰ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪੱਧਰ ਵਧਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜੋ ਨੰਬਰ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਜਾਰੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਦੇ ਦੇਵੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਲਰਟ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ।
Ravi floods submerge Kartar Sahib.
The revered Gurudwara Darbar Sahib Kartarpur, a central pilgrimage site for Sikhs, has been severely affected by flooding after large volumes of water were released into the Ravi River from Pakistan. Visuals show parts of Kartarpur Sahib Gurudwara complex submerged under floodwaters. Sources in contact with individuals at the site have confirmed widespread waterlogging, with 2 to 3 feet of standing water throughout the premises. Inside the Darbar Sahib, 4 steps of the main staircase are submerged, and stagnant water continues to rise, raising concerns about further deterioration of the situation. The mazar located outside the Darbar Sahib is reported to be completely underwater, and the samadh on the ground floor of the shrine has also been submerged. However, the sacred saroop of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and the Sevdas, volunteers, remain safe on the first floor. Pakistani authorities are preparing evacuation plans.
Like, rain fury killed many in J&K. Cloud bursts. But how are bridges getting washed away?
Oh Bhagwan! Oh Bhagwan! Oh Bhagwan! Oh Bhagwan! Oh yaar! Oh Bhagwan! बहुत गर्मी है। ओ आरती ना बोल निकलो। बीकर कौन बाबू? बीकर कौन?
सी बातें, पिरली सी बातें, पिरली सी बातें.
Like, have you noticed that election bring out the worst in our politicians? One lady MP demanded Amit Shah's head to be chopped off. Maratha leader Manoj Jaranj abused Maharashtra CM Fadnavis in filthy language. And an alleged songman abused Modi's mother. BJP has not been lagging behind in the slugfest.
ওনার তো আমি আমার কাছে একটা পরিষ্কার প্রশ্ন যে ওরা খালি বলে যাচ্ছে অনুপ্রবেশকারী অনুপ্রবেশকারী অনুপ্রবেশকারী। আমাদের কথাটা খুবই সিম্পল যে যেটা ভারতের সীমান্ত আছে সেটা 5 ফোর্সেস সেটাকে রক্ষার দায়িত্বে আছে। ডিরেক্টলি সেটা স্বরাষ্ট্র মন্ত্রকের দায়িত্ব, ডিরেক্টলি সেটা স্বরাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রীর দায়িত্ব। তা প্রধানমন্ত্রী 15ই আগস্টে তিনি লালকেল্লায় দাঁড়িয়ে বলছিলেন যে অনুপ্রবেশকারী যে ভারতের যে আমাদের জনবিন্যাস সেটা জনগণ বিন্যাস সেটা নাকি বদলে যাচ্ছেন, ডেমোগ্রাফিক একটা চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, এইসব বলছিলেন। তিনি যখন এই কথাগুলো বলছিলেন প্রথম সারিতে তার স্বরাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রী নির্লজ্জভাবে দাঁড়িয়ে হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ করে তিনি হাততালি দিচ্ছেন।
Rajya Sabha MP Kapil Sibal said he had heard about Lapata ladies, but not about Lapata Danker.
We just don't know where he is. He's not in his official residence. On the first day I tried to contact him and the PS picked up the phone. Somebody picked up the phone. When I asked him, could I speak to Dhankar Saab, he said he's taking rest. Thereafter I've met several colleagues of mine, leaders of political parties. I've asked them whether they know. They said they've been also trying to contact. I've also tried, can't get through. So I've heard of Lapata ladies, but I've never heard of Lapata vice president.
तू छुपी है कहाँ, मैं तड़पता यहाँ, तेरे बिन फीका फीका है दिल का जहाँ.
Modi Educational Qualifications. Educational qualifications, degrees are personal information, and can't be disclosed under RTI Act, rules Delhi High Court in PM Modi degree case. And even Dawn carries this news. The Delhi High Court set aside a 2016 order by the Central Information Commission that had directed Delhi University to disclose details of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's degree in response to an RTI application. Noting that there lies a special relationship of trust and confidence between a student and a university which is fiduciary in nature, the court held that information pertaining to an individual's educational qualifications, including degrees and marks, falls within the ambit of personal information under provisions of the RTI Act. And definitely, there will be appeal in this case for sure. Abuses hurled at PM Modi during Congress rally in Bihar organized to welcome Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi's voter at Hikar Yatra in Bihar sparked controversy after a video from Darbhanga showed a youth Congress leader using abusive language against Prime Minister Narendra Modi from the stage. The event was organized by Muhammad Nashad, a youth Congress leader.
राहुल गांधी बिहार में वोट अधिकार यात्रा निकाल रहे हैं। राहुल इस दौरान पीएम मोदी के लिए तू तड़ाक तरह की शब्दों और भाषा का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, लेकिन राहुल के कार्यकर्ता पीएम मोदी के लिए क्या-क्या बोल रहे हैं, इसके सबूत सामने आए हैं। बिहार के दरभंगा में राहुल की यात्रा के दौरान पीएम मोदी को गाली दी गई, अपशब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया गया। दरभंगा के अतरबेल में रैली के दौरान पीएम मोदी को अपशब्द कहे गए। रैली के मंच से मोदी को भद्दी गालियां दी गई। ये रैली यूथ कांग्रेस से जुड़े मोहम्मद नौशाद ने करवाई थी। नौशाद ने जो कहा, जिन शब्दों का इस्तेमाल दिया, वो हम आपको सुना तक नहीं सकते। सबसे पहले सुनिए राहुल के मंच से मोदी को क्या-क्या कहा गया।
राहुल प्रियंका जिंदाबाद, राहुल प्रियंका जिंदाबाद, भाई जिंदाबाद, भाई जिंदाबाद, भाई जिंदाबाद, विधानसभा की जनता मोदी है मोदी
तस्वीरें देख रहे हैं, कांग्रेस का मंच है ये, जहां से प्रधानमंत्री के लिए इस तरह के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया गया, गालियां उन्हें दी गई। इस बात तक का ख्याल नहीं कि किस पद पर प्रधानमंत्री मोदी आसीन है, शब्दों की मर्यादा होती है और कैसे उन मर्यादाओं को लांघा गया कांग्रेस के इस मंच से। एक बार फिर से सुनिए।
जी हाँ, जिस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, आप कह सकते हैं कि मर्यादा की सारी सीमाएं टूट गई हैं। और ये तब हुआ जब राहुल गांधी दरभंगा शहर से मुजफ्फरपुर की तरफ बढ़ रहे थे और करीब 15 किलोमीटर का सफर उन्होंने तय किया, तो रास्ते में एक जगह अतरबेला पड़ता है, वहां पर मोहम्मद नौशाद की तरफ से तैयारी की गई थी, जो एआईसीसी मेंबर हैं, और उनकी तरफ से ये तैयारी की गई थी। मंच सजाया गया था, लोगों को जुटाया गया था और वहां पर मंच से माइक पर सार्वजनिक रूप से जिस तरह से गालियां दी जा रही हैं, बिल्कुल हैरान करने वाला है। प्रधानमंत्री को लेकर इस तरह की भाषा, इस तरह की गालियों का इस्तेमाल और वो भी माइक पर इस तरह से खुलेआम करना बिल्कुल चौंकाने वाली बात है। और जाहिर है जब ये वीडियो सामने आया है उसके बाद अब कई सवाल खड़े हो रहे हैं। जाहिर है कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी इसका जवाब देना होगा कि आखिर उनकी पार्टी में इस तरह के लोग कैसे हैं और मंच पर वो आदमी कैसे पहुंच गया। यदि वो सामने भीड़ में कोई कुछ कह रहा था तो बात समझ में आती, लेकिन मंच से इस तरह की बात माइक पर कही जा रही है तो जाहिर है ये अपने आप में हैरान करने वाला है। और ये जो व्यक्ति है मोहम्मद नौशाद, ये दरभंगा के जाले विधानसभा क्षेत्र से टिकट का दावेदार है और अमूमन ये दिल्ली में रहते हैं, लेकिन सीतामढ़ी और दरभंगा इनका आना जाना रहता है। और अभी वो जाहिर है उसके बाद से वो सामने नहीं आ रहे हैं, मीडिया के सामने नहीं आ रहे हैं, लेकिन जानकारी मिली है कि वो चूंकि चुनाव लड़ना चाहते हैं और ऐसे में इस इलाके में वो एक्टिव हैं और वहाँ से जो दूसरे उम्मीदवार हैं जो चुनाव लड़ना चाहते हैं उनके साथ उनकी मारपीट भी हुई है 3 दिन पहले। एक दूसरे प्रतिद्वंदी उम्मीदवार के साथ उनका झगड़ा हुआ, उसमें उसका सिर भी फूट गया। तो अब जो बातें सामने आ रही हैं मोहम्मद नौशाद के बारे में, जाहिर है अब उनको अपना पक्ष रखना होगा, सफाई देनी होगी कि आखिर ये कैसे हुआ और कौन लोग थे जिन्होंने ये एक तरह से गलती की, दुस्साहस किया है। तो जाहिर है अब देखना है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी
बिल्कुल पक्ष तो रखना होगा और जिन शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया गया है उन शब्दों के खिलाफ एक्शन भी होगा। बहुत शुक्रिया नीतीश हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए, तमाम जानकारी दर्शकों तक साझा कर।
We're learning that a delegation of Bharatiya Janata Party has lodged an FIR at the Kotwali police station against the insulting of the Prime Minister and using of indecent words for the Prime Minister. A strong protest will be held at by the Mahila Morcha of the BJP at the BJP office against this insult that was directed at the Prime Minister.
जिस भाषा का ये लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं, राजनीति में मतभेद होंगे और वो स्वाभाविक हैं। और भारत जैसे लोकतंत्र में जहां पे इतनी विविधताएं हैं, जहां पे इतने राजनीतिक दल हैं, हर किसी का अपना पक्ष होगा, हर किसी का अपना मत होगा। पर अगर मतभेद की परिभाषा शब्दों की मर्यादा को गिराना है तो ये कतई भारत जैसे लोकतंत्र के लिए उचित नहीं है और मैं कतई इसको स्वीकार नहीं करता हूं। मैंने हमेशा कहा है कि राजनीति में भाषा की मर्यादा का पालन करना होगा और भारतीय भाषाओं की खूबसूरती है भैया। इतना बढ़िया शब्दकोश है भारत की हर भाषाओं के पास कि आप बड़े से बड़े विवादित विषय को बड़े से तीखा वार आप मर्यादित शब्दों में कर सकते हैं। पर इस तरीके से गाली गलौज करना, वो भी देश के प्रधानमंत्री के लिए, ये कतई कोई स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता है। भाई मेरे प्रधानमंत्री हैं, वो हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं। वो अगर आपको उनके किसी विषय को लेकर ऐतराज भी है तो आप अपने पक्ष को रखिए ना, पर मर्यादित होकर उस पक्ष को रखिए। आप हमारी नीतियों को लेकर हमें घेरने का काम कीजिए, आप हमारे कार्यों को लेकर हमें घेरने का काम कीजिए, पर यह कौन सी परंपरा की शुरुआत है कि आप गाली गलौज करेंगे?
M.K. Stalin, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, joined the voter Adhikar Yatra in Muzaffarpur, Bihar. M.K. Stalin, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, joining the voter Adhikar Yatra in Muzaffarpur, Bihar, and claiming that BJP made elections a mockery is in itself the greatest mockery of Indian democracy. In Tamil Nadu, DMK won 38 out of the total 39 Lok Sabha seats in 2019. Again in 2024, DMK won all 39 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu. AIADMK, the main opposition party in Tamil Nadu, won just one Lok Sabha seat in 2019 Lok Sabha polls, and drew a blank in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. BJP drew a blank in both 2019 and 2024 Lok Sabha elections in Tamil Nadu. DMK captured power in Tamil Nadu in the 2021 state elections, after the demise of Jayalalitha in 2016. And MK Stalin says, election is a mockery?
ये राजनीति है। यहाँ सब चलता है।
Like, Manoj Jain's followers have camped in South Mumbai and have choked South Mumbai's arterial roads. They want reservation for Maratha community. Don't they have reservation? Yes, they do, but they want it from OBC quota. Jaranj is gunning for Fadnavis head. Jaranj is put up by like silence emboldens the bully. But bullies have their way.
You are watching Sanglikar's Weekly.
Religion and politics often make some people lose all perspective and give way to ranting and raving and carrying on like emotional children. They either refuse to discuss it with reason or else they prefer argumentum ad hominem, which is a hell of a way to conduct a discussion. Well, anyhow, not long ago I was talking about the elections and how the campaigns were ignoring the issues and sticking instead to invective and personal crap that had nothing to do with the substantive problems of running a government. I think Socrates would have been proud of the way I refuted his argument.
BJP State President Rajiv Chandrasekhar cautioned Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin from attending the Global Ayyappa Sangamam at Pampa in Sabrimala on 10 September without apologizing to Hindus. In a social media post on X on Sunday, 24th August 2025, Mr. Chandrasekhar accused both chief ministers of insulting the Hindu faith. Let it be known to both Pinarayi and Stalin, the only way they can take part in Ayyappa Sangamam is if they apologize to Hindus and Sabrimala Ayyappa Bhakts. Pinarayi Vijayan must withdraw all cases, apologize to those Bhakts who were jailed and seek forgiveness from Lord Ayyappa for violating Sabrimala traditions, he wrote.
The Kerala government has invited Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin to the Global Ayyappa Sangamam at Pampa next month, sparking a massive controversy. The BJP has now gone all guns blazing at the Kerala government over this decision. State BJP chief Rajiv Chandrasekhar likened the move to Hitler celebrating Jews, accusing the left of abusing Sabrimala traditions and slamming Stalin's son over anti-Sanatan remarks. The BJP called it the highest hypocrisy and a poll-time ploy to mislead the people. Now, the attacks have come in a day after Kerala's Devaswam minister formally invited MK Stalin to the September 20th event to be inaugurated by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan.
After controversy over the invitation to Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin for the Ayyappa Summit in Kerala in September, the Chief Minister of the state has said he will not be attending the event, citing personal commitments. In a letter to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, Stalin has said that he will send 2 ministers on behalf of Tamil Nadu government.
The Chamundeshwari temple apparently doesn't belong to Hindus anymore. That's right. It may have existed as a Hindu temple since the 17th century. It may see thousands of Hindu devotees stream in every single day, but now it no longer is of Hindus. It belongs to everyone. And this wisdom has come as an outcome over the flashpoint of the Mysuru Dashera festival. The trigger was the Karnataka Congress government inviting author Bhanu Mushtaq to inaugurate this year's Mysuru Dashera, the festival which is celebrated at the Chamundi Hills temple and is in honor of goddess Chamundeshwari. Remember, there was considerable consternation about the invitation being given to Bhanu Mushtaq. Many people asked, in what is a purely Hindu festival, in a Hindu temple, what is the need to have the author inaugurated? While defending that particular invitation, D.K. Shivakumar decided to say that because people of all faiths come to the Chamunda temple, it is not Hindus exclusively who own the temple. Goddess Chamundeshwari doesn't just belong to Hindus, it is of everyone.
Erstwhile royal family slams Karnataka for inviting Bhanu Mushtaq to Mysore Dasara. Member of Mysore's erstwhile royal family and MP, Yaduvir Krishna Datta Chamraja Wadiyar's mother, Pramoda Devi Wadiyar, has expressed strong dismay over the way this year's Dasara celebrations are being planned by the Karnataka government. In a note, she said politics had found its way around the sacred Kamundeshwari temple atop Chamundi Hills. Her remarks come in the backdrop of the government inviting writer Bhanu Mushtaq to inaugurate this year's Nata Haba, Janata Dasara, a move that has sparked debate. The choice of dignitary invited to inaugurate this year's Nata Haba has given rise to conflicting opinions, she wrote. Pramoda Devi said that statements such as Kamundeshwari temple does not belong to Hindus were unnecessary and avoidable. If it were not a Hindu temple, it would never have been brought under the Mazrai department in the first place, she noted. Clarifying the distinction between state-led festivities and traditional rituals, Pramoda Devi said, "It is our considered opinion that the government's Dasara is a cultural celebration. The state, by its nature, cannot claim religious sanctity, sampradaya, or parampara in conducting such a festival." Reiterating that the royal family continues to observe age-old religious rituals privately in line with customs and traditions, she said the government's cultural events are held in front of the Mysore Palace. To ensure there is no overlap, she explained, an auspicious time is chosen for the inauguration and the grand procession of goddess Kamundeshwari on Vijayadashami. Pramoda Devi ended her note with hope that Ganesh Chaturthi would clear obstacles and help reach a consensus on the issue.
Karnataka MLA Darshan Putternia has claimed that there is fund crunch in state government. There were earlier claims as well that many developmental work were in a standstill situation because of no money within the government treasury.
One of the most industrialized states in India, Karnataka faces fund crunch. Sad. Poor governance?
Sanglikars Weekly.
Supreme Matters. Chief Justice had to intervene in 3 orders by top court judge. In less than a month, 3 orders passed by a bench headed by Justice Jamshed Burjur Pardiwala has caught the Supreme Court in a bind, leading Chief Justice B.R. Gavai to intervene in the matters. Observations against Allahabad High Court. In the first matter, Justice Pardiwala, who will serve a 2-year term as the Chief Justice of India starting May 2028, criticized Allahabad High Court Judge Prashant Kumar for allowing criminal proceedings in a civil dispute case, and stripped him of criminal matters till retirement. Several senior judges of the top court expressed displeasure over the order passed by Justice Pardiwala and conveyed their thoughts to the CJI. This prompted CJI Gavai to ask Justice Pardiwala to reconsider his observations. On August 8, Justice Pardiwala deleted his observations, making it clear that the intention was not to embarrass or cast aspersions on Prashant Kumar. Order on stray dogs. Noting an extremely grim situation due to stray dog bites resulting in rabies, particularly among children, a bench led by Justice Pardiwala directed Delhi NCR authorities to permanently relocate all strays from streets to shelters at the earliest. The apex court order faced criticism from dog lovers and several animal welfare organizations, forcing CJI Gavai to transfer the matter to a 3-judge bench led by Justice Vikram Nath. The Justice Vikram Nath-led bench on August 22 modified the earlier direction prohibiting the release of vaccinated stray dogs, calling it too harsh, and ordered the canines to be released post-sterilization and deworming. Ecological imbalance in Himachal Pradesh. A bench of Justices Pardiwala and R. Mahadevan on July 28 flagged the ecological imbalance in Himachal Pradesh and cautioned that the entire state may vanish into thin air if the situation did not change. We want to impress upon the state government and the Union of India that earning revenue is not everything. Revenue cannot be earned at the cost of environment and ecology, the bench said. If things proceed the way they are as on date, the day is not far when the entire state of HP may vanish into thin air from the map of the country. God forbid this doesn't happen, the bench said. Now this matter has also been taken away from Justice Pardiwala and assigned to a 3-judge bench headed by Justice Vikram Nath. Supreme Court stays police cases against CSDS co-director Sanjay Kumar after voter data error apology. Supreme Court grants protection from arrest to CSDS chief Sanjay Kumar. The FIR was lodged against Kumar, even though he apologized his post which claimed significant voter number discrepancies in the 2024 Maharashtra elections. A bench of Chief Justice of India B.R. Gavai and Justice N.V. Anjaria provided the relief to Kumar on his writ petition, claiming the FIRs were abuse of the process of law. His counsel claimed the petitioner has an impeccable record of 30 years of public service. He is very respectable person. It was a genuine mistake for he has apologized publicly. Markandeya Kachu apologizes for wink remark after outrage from women lawyer's body. Markandeya Kachu was forced to apologize after drawing sharp criticism over a social media post suggesting that women lawyers who winked at him secured favorable judicial orders.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पूर्व जज मार्कंडेय काटजू एक बार फिर अपने बयान की वजह से विवादों में हैं। इस बार मामला कोर्ट रूम और महिला वकीलों से जुड़ा है, जिस पर कानूनी जगत और सोशल मीडिया में जबरदस्त बवाल खड़ा हो गया है। दरअसल हाल ही में सोशल मीडिया पर एक महिला वकील ने काटजू से ये सलाह मांगी कि अदालत में किसी केस पर प्रभावी ढंग से बहस कैसे की जाए। इस पर काटजू ने कथित तौर पर जवाब दिया, जिन महिला वकीलों ने अदालत में मुझे आंख मारी उन्हें अनुकूल आदेश मिले। ये टिप्पणी तुरंत सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल हो गई। बाद में काटजू ने अपनी ये पोस्ट डिलीट कर दी, लेकिन तब तक इसका स्क्रीनशॉट तेजी से फैल चुका था। लोगों ने इस बयान को न्यायपालिका की गरिमा पर सीधा प्रहार बताया। कई वकीलों और आम यूजर्स ने सोशल मीडिया पर तीखी प्रक्रिया दी। एक वकील ने यहाँ तक लिखा कि ट्वीट अब हटा दिया गया है, लेकिन उनके द्वारा दिए गए सभी आदेशों की समीक्षा होनी चाहिए। गौरतलब है कि जस्टिस काटजू मद्रास और दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट के मुख्य न्यायाधीश रह चुके हैं और 2006 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज बने थे। वो 2011 में रिटायर हुए। रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी वो लगातार अपने बयानों से सुर्खियों और विवादों में बने रहे हैं। काटजू की इस टिप्पणी को लेकर अब ये बहस छिड़ गई है कि क्या न्यायपालिका से जुड़े पूर्व वरिष्ठ पदाधिकारी इस तरह के हल्के बयान दे सकते हैं और क्या इससे अदालत की छवि धूमिल नहीं होती।
Nothing cheap lasts forever. The judge nobody could understand. And what it says about India's judiciary. Every decision of Justice Sureshvar Thakur that came up to the Supreme Court was overturned. Fortunately, he has retired. This brutal comment from Chief Justice of India, B.R. Gavai last week, was in connection with appeals filed against a murder conviction by a bench of the Punjab and Haryana High Court headed by Justice Thakur. This was in October 2024. Justice Gavai went on to read an illustrative and completely indecipherable paragraph, which is pointless to reproduce, but was widely reported by the media. Unfortunately, this has been treated as just another anecdote about Justice Thakur, instead of triggering serious introspection about the state of judicial accountability and judgments in India. And yet, anyone who has ever been a litigant would have read Justice Gavai's comment with utter dismay. Litigants already endure crippling delays and prohibitive costs. Now we know that a judgment, when it finally arrives, may be so convoluted and indecipherable that it is rejected or reverted for a fresh hearing by the higher judiciary, leading to more costs and further delays. Clear, reasoned judgments are the bedrock of justice. Without them, the justice delivery system turns into a depressing parody of itself. Are there any consequences to failing this standard? None in India. No consequences. Justice Thakur certainly faced no consequences. Despite a series of his judgments being overturned with stinging criticism, he rose steadily from district and sessions judge in multiple districts, to the Himachal Pradesh High Court in 2014 and, later, the Punjab and Haryana High Court, on the recommendation of the Supreme Court Collegium. He retired in May 2024 and secured a post-retirement posting as chairman of the Punjab State Commission for NRIs, non-resident Indians. Cost to litigant. Although the Supreme Court occasionally shredded Justice Thakur's judgments in open court, there has been no discussion about the financial and psychological damage inflicted on litigants. Each case was in court for a decade or more before being tossed out. And Justice Thakur is not alone. Why did this continue? The reason is simple: performance of high court judges is never reviewed. Removal requires the near impossible route of impeachment for proved misbehavior or incapacity. In 79 years, no judge has been successfully impeached, not even in cases of guilt such as the Justice V. Ramaswamy's episode. Another serious effort at impeaching Justice Yashwant Varma for corruption is currently being attempted. In contrast, major democracies with strong justice systems have built soft accountability systems that do not compromise judicial independence but protect litigants from precisely this problem. The UK's Judicial Conduct Investigations Office, the US Judicial Councils, Canada's Judicial Council, and Australia's Judicial Commissions all provide confidential advice, feedback, or even corrective training when judges fall short in areas such as clarity of judgments. India has nothing comparable to provide an objective assessment or corrective mechanism. India's silence. The controversial system of judicial appointments by a collegium of judges, while insulating the judiciary from political interference, has effectively ensured lack of accountability by providing no mechanism for objective evaluation of judicial competence and judgment-writing ability. Workshops of the National Judicial Academy are voluntary and have no role in the career progression of judges. The Judicial Reforms Bill of 2010 had proposed a National Judicial Oversight Committee along with mechanism for complaints and investigations, but it lapsed in 2014. In the absence of an independent statutory framework to oversee judicial conduct, allegations against judges are not transparent and, at best, lead to quiet resignations after an internal investigation. We have seen how this plays out in 2019 when former Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi was accused of sexual harassment. The victim was dismissed and persecuted, her family harassed, and a controversial in-house inquiry found no substance in the claims, after the complainant withdrew from the proceedings. A larger inquiry into potential conspiracy was also controversially closed for want of evidence. The cost of inaction. Every time a judgment is set aside for being unintelligible, it is a blow to judicial prestige and public faith in the system. But, more importantly, it is a loss of decades for litigants and a fortune in wasted fees. Courts demand reasoned clarity from the executive, but have no accountability or corrective mechanism for themselves? Towards accountability. At the very least, the National Judicial Academy must make the writing of judgments, in plain, comprehensible language, a mandatory condition for career progression. Artificial intelligence tools, including structured templates, can easily prevent long-winded drafting, incomprehensible language and dodgy logic.
You are watching Sanglikar's Weekly.
The Supreme Court expressed concerns over the delay by high courts in delivering judgments, saying such practices deprive litigants of their right to seek further remedies. The court reiterated its ruling in Anil Rai vs. State of Bihar, wherein the court directed that the parties are free to move an application before the Chief Justice of the High Court for withdrawal of case and to be assigned to a different bench if the judgment is not pronounced within 6 months after being reserved. The bench noted that some high courts only pronounce final orders but withhold detailed judgments for long periods. It said that this deprives the aggrieved party of the opportunity to seek further judicial redressal and has been deprecated in many judgments. The observations came while hearing a special leave petition against interim orders of the Allahabad High Court. In the SLP, the appellant averred that his appeal has been pending since 2008 and he moved the High Court on 9 different occasions for early listing, hearing and disposal of the appeal. Despite multiple requests and Supreme Court directions to dispose of the matter within 3 months, the judgment was never delivered. The Supreme Court then directed the Registrar General of the High Court to immediately bring this to the notice of the Chief Justice and also submit a report to the correction of the amendments made.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
दुनिया नंग धड़ंगर सहरी
और कपड़े ना कोई लावे। नोच नोच के खाऊं रे जो बन जाऊं सरकार। क्यों ना चले रे सरकार की दुनिया, ऐसे ही चले दरकार की दुनिया। सन सनन संसार ये दुनिया रे चलती जाए रे, शोर मचाए रे, हे हा चलती जाए रे, शोर मचाए रे। चल 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 चलती जाए रे, जीवन तो नैया है भैया बहती जाए रे। गुन 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 भंवरा गाए रे।
क्यों ना चले सरकार की दुनिया, ऐसे चले दरकार की दुनिया। सनसनन संसारी दुनिया।
Supreme Court wrapping ED and governments, both center and state. Is it a serious matter or just a pastime?
Justice Pancholi notified as Supreme Court judge despite Justice Nagrathna's dissent in collegium. The Union government notified the appointment of 2 new judges to the Supreme Court, Bombay High Court Chief Justice Alok Arata and Patna High Court Chief Justice Vipul M. Pancholi, even as Justice B.V. Nagrathna recorded a strong note of dissent against Justice Pancholi's elevation, warning that his appointment would be counterproductive to the administration of justice and imperil the credibility of the collegium system. Justice Pancholi will be in line to become the Chief Justice of India for a tenure of nearly 18 months following the retirement of Justice Joymalia Bagchi in May 2031. Justice Nagrathna, the lone woman member of the 5-judge collegium led by Chief Justice of India Bhushan R. Gavai and comprising Justices Surya Kant, Vikram Nath, and J.K. Maheshwari, issued a detailed written dissent opposing Justice Pancholi's elevation. People familiar with her note said she reiterated reservations she had first voiced in May, when the proposal was originally broached, and underlined that advancing the appointment despite serious concerns would damage institutional credibility. B.V. Nagrathna will have a tenure as CJI for 36 days from September 24, 2027 to October 29, 2027, the third shortest tenure of a CJI in the top court's history.
ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे ये क्या हो रहा है? ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे ये क्या हो रहा है भाई?
Like 18 retired Supreme Court and High Court judges criticized Ahmed Shah's comments on Sudarshan Reddy's Salva Judum order on anti-Naxal movement. In response, Supreme Court and High Court judges said it was okay to criticize judgments. It's judges versus judges. Judges should keep out of controversies. Shouldn't they? The 2011 Salva Judum verdict now fueling a war of words between ex-judges and Home Minister. A 2011 Supreme Court verdict that outlawed the anti-Maoist militia Salwa Judum has resurfaced as a political flashpoint, sparking a fierce war of words between Home Minister Amit Shah and former judges of the top court ahead of the vice president elections. What is Salwa Judum?
सलवा जुडूम एक आदिवासी शब्द है जिसका मतलब शांति का कारवां होता है। कभी खुद कट्टर कम्युनिस्ट नेता रहे महेंद्र कर्मा ने कांग्रेस में आने के बाद सलवा जुडूम आंदोलन की शुरुआत की थी। यह बात 2005 की है। उस वक्त छत्तीसगढ़ में रमन सिंह की बीजेपी सरकार थी। खुद रमन सिंह को सलवा जुडूम इतना पसंद आया कि उन्होंने इसे अपना लिया। कहा जाता है कि रमन सिंह सरकार के 13वें मंत्री खुद कांग्रेस नेता महेंद्र कर्मा थे। उन्होंने आदिवासियों को हथियार देने और उन्हें स्पेशल पुलिस ऑफिसर बनाने के अभियान की शुरुआत की, जिसे सलवा जुडूम कहा गया।
सलवा जुडूम कांग्रेस और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एक मिलीजुली कोशिश थी। आदिवासियों को, आदिवासी नौजवानों को किस तरह स्पेशल पुलिस ऑफिसर बनाया जाए, उन्हें हथियारबंद किया जाए और ताकि वो माओवादियों का बाकायदा न केवल राजनीति के स्तर पर बल्कि स्थानीय स्तर पर हथियारों से मुकाबला कर सकें। ये एसपीओ का पैटर्न कश्मीर में सफलतापूर्वक कश्मीर की पुलिस और वहां के अर्धसैनिक बल आजमा चुके थे। उसी पैटर्न पर सलवा जुडूम बनाया गया था।
सलवा जुडूम के एसपीओ को 3000 रुपए महीना और लड़ने के लिए एक बंदूक दी जाती थी और बदले में उसके परिवार को सरकारी कैंप में राज्य सरकार रखती थी। माओवादियों और गांव वालों के बीच खूनी संघर्ष की घटनाएं बढ़ी तो कुछ मानवाधिकार कार्यकर्ताओं ने सलवा जुडूम के औचित्य पर बहस छेड़ दी। इनका कहना था कि हथियारबंद माओवादियों से निपटने का काम राज्य पुलिस और सुरक्षा एजेंसियों का है। गरीब कमजोर आदिवासियों को पुलिस अपना ढाल बना रही है। मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक गया और अदालत ने 2011 में सलवा जुडूम को अवैध घोषित कर दिया।
सलवा जुडूम आदिवासियों को सरकार के सुपरिभाषित दायरों से बाहर हथियारबंद करने की एक कोशिश थी। इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सोचा कि ये एक तरह की एक गैर कानूनी मिलिशिया बनती जा रही है, इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसे गैर कानूनी करार दिया था।
अदालत के फैसले के बावजूद ना तो राज्य सरकार ने सलवा जुडूम को वापस लिया और ना ही महेंद्र कर्मा ने अपने इस आंदोलन को छोड़ा। उल्टे उन्होंने और भी ज्यादा दमखम के साथ आदिवासियों को माओवादियों के खिलाफ लामबंद करना शुरू कर दिया।
इंडिया अलायंस के जो कैंडिडेट है उनके बारे में आपने कहा कि उन्होंने एक समय था जब उन्होंने नक्सल
कहने से क्या होता है, वो तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का रिकॉर्ड है। सलवा जुडूम को इन्होंने खारिज कर दिया। आदिवासियों का आत्मरक्षा का जो अधिकार था उसको उन्होंने समाप्त कर दिया। इसके कारण इस देश में नक्सलवाद 2 दशक ज्यादा चला है। उस वक्त नक्सलवाद अंतिम सांसें गिन रहा था, क्योंकि जो आदिवासी थे, जो बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहते थे, जिनके यहाँ रोड नहीं पहुंचता था, इससे परेशान थे, जिनके यहाँ स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं नहीं थी, वो परेशान थे। उन्होंने खुद की रक्षा के लिए सलवा जुडूम बनाया था। इसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने खारिज कर दिया। ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का रिकॉर्ड है, इनका जजमेंट है। और इसके बाद जो स्कूल तबाह हो गए थे नक्सलियों के कारण, उस स्कूलों में सीआरपीएफ और सुरक्षा बल बैठे थे। रातों रात एक ऑर्डर करके सबको बाहर कर दिया। कई जगह हमले हुए सुरक्षा बलों पर। ये दोनों जजमेंट, इसका जवाब श्री सुदर्शन रेड्डी से ज्यादा राहुल गांधी ने देना चाहिए
कि उन्होंने क्यों पिक किया।
जी, मैं तो मानता हूं यही क्राइटेरिया रहा होगा
नक्सल को सपोर्ट करने के लिए।
नहीं, वामपंथी विचारधारा, और ये जजमेंट से निश्चित रूप से नक्सल प्रोटेक्ट हुए हैं।
Former Supreme Court and High Court judges, along with senior lawyers, have written an open letter to Home Minister Amit Shah. This concerns his remark linking the 2011 Supreme Court verdict on Salwa Judum to supporting Naxalism, made in the context of the vice presidential election. The letter states that this builds a false narrative and misinterprets a judicial verdict. The signatories warn that such statements from a high-ranking minister will have a chilling effect on the judiciary. The 2017 judgment had declared the use of private militias as unconstitutional. The letter argues that judges are meant to scrutinize the legality of government policies, and such attacks are inappropriate for democratic discourse. 130th Constitution Amendment Bill. Driven by political vendetta, or an attempt to ensure morality in public life. Amit Shah said, opposition should tell people why they're against 130th Constitution Amendment Bill. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the Constitution, 130th Amendment, Bill, 2025, which seeks to remove the Prime Minister, Chief Ministers, or ministers facing corruption or serious offense charges if they remain in detention for 30 consecutive days, is not driven by political vendetta, and the opposition should tell the people why they are against an attempt to ensure morality in public life. I want to ask the opposition, should any PM, CM, or any minister be in jail and run the government from there? Is it befitting democracy? He said in an interview to news agency ANI. In a veiled jibe at Aam Admi party leader and former Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Shah said a new trend has emerged where leaders do not step down on moral ground pending inquiry but choose to run governments from jail. These 12 opposition ministers arrested since 2014 would have lost post under the new law. An analysis by India Today's open-source intelligence team shows that at least 12 sitting ministers have been arrested since the BJP came to power in May 2014. The majority of them were arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate, agencies that come under the central government. At least 7 of them were arrested under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, PMLA, which has stringent provisions for bail. Charges against these leaders include corruption, money laundering, forgery, and cheating in cases related to the alleged liquor scam in Delhi and the Sarda Chit Fund and teacher recruitment scams in West Bengal, among others. At 5, the highest number of arrested ministers were affiliated with West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress, followed by 4 from the AAM Adni Party, and 1 each from the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, DMK, and the Nationalist Congress Party, NCP. Kejriwal was the only sitting chief minister to be arrested. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha's Hemant Soren resigned as the chief minister days before his arrest by the ED in a corruption case. Bollywood will have many movies on the Constitution 130th Amendment Bill 2025. Mohan Bhagwat says, "We are ready to work as long as Son wants us to work." The Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS, Chief Mohan Bhagwat, during an event marking 100 years of RSS addressed one of the most discussed questions regarding an unsaid rule that leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, would retire from active politics once they are 75 years old.
In Sangha, we Swayamsevaks, we are given a job, whether we want it or not. So, if I am 80 years old, and Sangha will tell me, go, run a shaka, I will have to go. I cannot say I have completed 75 years, I want to enjoy the retirement benefits. No, there is no benefit in Sangha. And even if I am 35, Sangha may say, you sit in the office. We do whatever Sangha tells us. We don't say, I will do this, I want that. No, that is not allowed. And we are not there for it because we don't want to accomplish anything. So whatever they say, I am Sar Sangha Chalak. But do you think I am the only one who can be Sar Sangha Chalaks? There are at least 10 people here. They are sitting in this hall. Any time they can take this mantle and carry on. But they are very busy and their contribution is valuable. They cannot be spared. I was the one who can be spared. So, this is not for retirement of anybody or myself. We are ready to retire any time in the life and we are ready to work as long as Sangha wants us to work.
DK Shivakumar. RSS Anthem Apology.
Namaste Sada Vatsale Matrabhumi Jaya Hindu Bhumi Sugam Varditoham.
That was DK Shivakumar singing the RSS anthem inside the Karnataka Assembly last week. 5 days later, the Deputy CM has had to tender an apology for his act.
DK Shivakumar says, Gandhi family is my God. After RSS anthem controversy.
If anyone has been hurt, some of my party colleagues are commenting on that. I don't like to be a congressman and I have a lot of followers and friends across the party line in different political party in the India group. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I would like, if anyone has been hurt, I feel sorry for them. I think I would like to seek apology to all of them.
Shivakumar claimed he recited the RSS anthem during a discussion in the assembly to take a swipe at the opposition leader R. Ashoka and not to praise the organization. He added that he is a devotee of the Gandhi family.
From the year 1980, I started my political journey as a congressman. Some of my friends are taking a political leaf out of it and try to misuse it and try to create confusion among the public. I would like to reiterate my loyalty to the Gandhi family and the Congress party. Gandhi family cannot be questioned by anyone. I am a born congressman, I will die as a congressman.
Like, amid vote chori campaign by Rahul Gandhi, India Today conducted a survey. It's 324 versus 208 in favor of NDA, claimed the survey. Believable?
The big question that is being asked now across the country, is there vote chori underway? Rahul Gandhi said that he has an atom bomb of proof to show how. The Election Commission said, great, give us the proof on affidavit. But a week later, that affidavit hasn't come. 1 week deadline over, no affidavit, no apology. So what next? What happens to Rahul Gandhi's vote chori campaign now? And more importantly, what happens to those people who were branded vote chores by him in that press conference? Even as we speak, an unfazed Rahul Gandhi is carrying this same message across Bihar through his Vote Adhikar Yatra. The drumbeat is being built up for sure, but what about the facts? Let's look at the Election Commission first. Yesterday, the poll panel put out clear data for Bihar's special intensive revision so far. According to this data, documents of 98.2% of voters, that's right, 98.2% of voters in Bihar have already submitted their documents. 8 days are still left for claims and objections. The interesting part is that while 1,21,143 claims and objections have been received from voters within their constituency, which means that over 1 lakh voters have gone and said, look, we have a problem with this draft roll, either add our name or remove it. They have asked for corrections. But only 10 complaints have been made by BLAs from 12 political parties, which basically means that political parties are on the street saying votes are being stolen, vote chori is happening, but they are not taking their complaints where they can actually be addressed with the poll panel. Anyway, so the EC has furnished the data. What about the other side? 7th of August, Rahul Gandhi held that press conference saying voter discrepancies took place in Karnataka during the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. 17th of August, EC held a press conference, answered his allegations and asked for an affidavit within a week. 24th of August, that is yesterday, that deadline has run out. The proof has not been given on affidavit, making one ask, is this more fury than fact, more smoke than fire? And are some of these allegations actually being manufactured in a shoot and scoot spree? Let us tell you why we say that, which just 5 examples that have been quoted by the Congress and which shockingly have emerged eventually as not being factual. And by the way, there are many more of such examples because there has been a slew of such allegations. What were just 5 that we have picked up and what is the truth that eventually emerged? Let's tell you about that. So case number 1 that was quoted came from Varanasi. In ward number 51 there, a list was produced which showed that one man had been named as father to over 50 people. Now, there was much smirking about that because looking at that list, it was said, oh look, he has got 50 sons, one of them is 28 and the oldest is 72. How is that even possible? While the fact is, point number 1, that particular list was from a municipal election, a municipal corporation election in Varanasi. Second, the man who has been named as father is because of the Guru Shishya Parampara. He is a Mahant of a temple there and all of his followers, all of his Shishya who live there have put his name as their father. So he hasn't actually fathered them, he is unmarried, but they have put his name in the column of father. So that's as far as claim number 1 is concerned. Claim number 2, there were 3-4 different people who were named. Gurkirat Singh Dang. It was said that he has voted, not just registered, that he has voted at 4 booths. Gurkirat Singh Dang said no. It was a mistake. I ended up getting 4 voter cards, but I have cast my vote at only and only 1 booth and it can be proven. Second, there was another man from Uttar Pradesh, Aditya Srivastav, who was registered according to that press conference in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, but it was said he has voted in all 3. That claim also was disputed by the man himself. He said, I have voted only in Karnataka, never in Maharashtra or Uttar Pradesh. That was where I used to vote earlier. I changed these locations because of my job. Then came a rather fantastical claim that here is a woman who is 124 years old, Minta Devi. The Congress party, many of its MPs inside parliament wore t-shirts which said 124 not out. Because they said, hey, look, here is a woman who is 124 years old and her name is there in electoral rolls. Turns out that Minta Devi was born in 1990. She is 34 years old, but because accidentally she put her date of birth as 1900, it automatically showed up as 124 years old. It was a computing error, and that is why SR is being carried out, to make sure that such errors are corrected. Let's come to the next claim. A claim was made that Ranju Devi, in fact that lady was produced before Rahul Gandhi and Tejaswi Yadav during the Vote Adhikar Yatra, where she said that I and 6 of my family members have had our names struck off the list. Cut to 24 hours later, the same lady said, I was misled by my village sachiv, by the secretary of my village. He told me our names are missing. The BLO has come and shown the name of me and my family member on the voter rolls. Her name is there. Ranju Devi's name is there. Her family member's name is there. Then again, there was another case where you had a man called Subodh Kumar, who again turned up here in that rally of Rahul Gandhi, stood next to him and said that my name has been struck off. It later emerged that it had got nothing to do with the SIR at all. His name was not in the voter roll earlier as well. That's as far as Subodh Kumar is concerned. The thing is that we've said again and again, there could be errors. There could be errors that are corrected. But are some of these claims actually being manufactured, of people being struck off voters list? And then of course, one claim that you will hear manufactured and regurgitated again and again and again, that you've got hundreds of people living in house number 0. A similar claim was then modified slightly to say that you have got hundreds of people in Rajasthan, in Jhotwara, Jaipur rural, whose house number is the same. It's 99999, 5 times 9. And the Election Commission has actually explained this. Just like in other areas where the house number is listed as 0, there are also houses which are given the bulk number of 99999 because they live either in urban clusters or in villages where houses don't have numbers. So for the sake of registration, they are given these bulk numbers. The point is that when such allegations are made and evidence is not furnished, there are people who are impacted, there are people who are branded vote chores, and then they wonder, what do they do next?
You are watching Sanglikar's Weekly.
Like ED raided KC Virendra, Karnataka MLA, and found 12 crores cash. Peanuts? Like MiG-21 retired from Air Force. Air Chief Marshal AP Singh flew off the combat aircraft in style.
Yes, the MiG-21 era that finally ends as the Indian Air Force is all set to retire the iconic fighter jet after 62 long years. Yes, 62 years that it has been in service. The Indian Air Force is set to retire its last MiG-21 fighter jet squadron with a ceremonial send-off scheduled for the 19th of September at the Chandigarh Air Base by the 23 Squadron Panthers. The MiG-21 that was inducted in 1963 that participated in all the major conflicts including the 1965 and the 1971 wars, the Kargil conflict, the 2019 Balakot airstrikes and the ongoing Operation Sindoor. Sandeep, if I can come back to you to certainly say how the MiG-21 has been a very integral part of India's warfare, but also earned the controversial tag later. And as we are all set to bid goodbye, 19th of September is when it retires.
India has come out with very strong set of GDP numbers. I think it's been a pleasant surprise to everyone. Not only will this be the fastest growing economy in the world, but I think it will be an outlier in terms of growth. What's really helped and supported this growth is growth in manufacturing and growth in some sectors of services, trade, hotels, tourism, real estate, financial services. So all these sectors, and they comprise a large part of the GVA, and therefore the growth, GDP growth number that has come out is very strong.
Like rupee fell below 88 against dollar. Shun dollar. PM gave a call for Swadeshi. And surprisingly, government nominated Urjit Patel, ex-RBI governor who resigned because of differences with government, as our nominee director on IMF. Urjit Patel has been appointed new IMF executive director for 3 years. He succeeds Dr. Krishnamurti Subramanian. Dr. Urjit Patel, the former Reserve Bank of India governor, has been appointed Executive Director, ED, representing India at the International Monetary Fund after the centre's approval for a 3-year tenure. Dr. Patel had assumed the role, in 2016, of the RBI's 24th governor after Raghuram Rajan. His tenure was notably brief, as he became the first RBI governor since 1992 to step down citing personal reasons in 2018. Like, Jio announced its mega IPO of Rs 8.8 lakh crores. If it is to hit market next year, why announce it now?
Today, it is my proud privilege to announce that Jio is making all arrangements to file for its IPO. We are aiming to list Jio by the first half of 2026, subject to all necessary approvals. I assure you that this will demonstrate that Jio is capable of creating the same quantum of value as our global counterparts. I am sure that it will be a very attractive opportunity for all investors.
Asia Cup 2025.
एशियन क्रिकेट काउंसिल की जानिब से एशिया कप 2025 के फाइनल शेड्यूल का ऐलान कर दिया गया है। शेड्यूल के मुताबिक टूर्नामेंट 9 सितंबर से शुरू होकर 28 सितंबर तक यूएई में खेला जाएगा। ये टूर्नामेंट ग्रुप स्टेज और नॉकआउट फॉर्मेट में खेला जाएगा और इस टूर्नामेंट में कुल मिलाकर 8 टीमों के दरमियान 19 T20 मैचेस खेले जाएंगे। इस टूर्नामेंट में हिस्सा लेने वाली 8 टीमों को 4-4 टीम्स के 2 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया गया है। ग्रुप ए में शामिल हैं पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, ओमान और यूएई की टीम्स, जबकि ग्रुप बी में शामिल हैं अफगानिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, हांगकांग और श्रीलंका की टीम्स। आइए अब जानते हैं इस टूर्नामेंट के मुकम्मल शेड्यूल के बारे में। शेड्यूल में आगे बढ़ने से पहले आप लोगों को बताता चलूं कि टूर्नामेंट में हर रोज सिर्फ एक ही मैच खेला जाएगा। ये मैच पाकिस्तानी टाइम के मुताबिक शाम 7 जबकि इंडियन टाइम के मुताबिक शाम 7:30 पर शुरू हुआ करेगा। टूर्नामेंट के पहले रोज ट्यूसडे 9 सितंबर को अफगानिस्तान का मुकाबला होगा हांगकांग के साथ। इसके बाद वेडनेसडे 10 सितंबर को इंडिया का मुकाबला होगा यूएई के साथ। थर्सडे 11 सितंबर को हांगकांग का मुकाबला होगा बांग्लादेश के साथ। फ्राइडे 12 सितंबर को पाकिस्तान का मुकाबला होगा ओमान के साथ। सैटरडे 13 सितंबर को श्रीलंका का मुकाबला होगा बांग्लादेश के साथ। इसके बाद संडे 14 सितंबर को ग्रुप स्टेज का सबसे बड़ा मुकाबला होगा। ये मैच इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के दरमियान खेला जाएगा। सैटरडे 20 सितंबर को सुपर 4 राउंड का पहला मैच खेला जाएगा, जिसमें ग्रुप बी में पहली पोजीशन हासिल करने वाली टीम का मुकाबला होगा ग्रुप बी में दूसरी पोजीशन हासिल करने वाली टीम के साथ। इसके बाद संडे 21 सितंबर को सुपर 4 राउंड के दूसरे मैच में A1 का मुकाबला होगा A2 के साथ। इसके बाद मंडे 22 सितंबर को कोई भी मैच नहीं खेला जाएगा, जबकि ट्यूसडे 23 सितंबर को A2 का मुकाबला होगा B1 के साथ। इसके बाद वेडनेसडे 24 सितंबर को A1 का मुकाबला होगा B2 के साथ। इसके बाद थर्सडे 25 सितंबर को A2 का मुकाबला होगा B2 के साथ। फ्राइडे 26 सितंबर को A2 का मुकाबला होगा B2 के साथ। इसके बाद संडे 28 सितंबर को खेला जाएगा टूर्नामेंट का फाइनल मैच।
Virender Sehwag and BCCI faced backlash as Asia Cup 2025 India-Pakistan promo by Sony Sports sparked boycott calls and fan outrage ahead of UAE event.
वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट के सबसे बड़े मुकाबले का आखिरी पल। कमजोर दिल वाले टीवी बंद कर दें।
अम्मी क्या होगा?
करोड़ों लोगों की धड़कनें तेज।
अब्बू अब्बू लाइट कहाँ है?
एक और बॉल और इंडिया को जीत के लिए चाहिए बस 3 रन। शाहीन शाह रन अप पे, सूर्य तैयार। सूर्य हिट्स इट हार्ड। बहुत अच्छा कनेक्ट। बॉल बहुत ऊपर गई है। क्या लगता है, छक्का या कैच? एंड इट्स अ 6।
रंग 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 एक, रंग 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 एक।
और इंडिया को मिली है एक ऐतिहासिक जीत।
चाचा ऊपर वाले ने आपकी सुन ली।
हम फिर से जीत गए। ओए बजाओ। बात टीम इंडिया की है। 140 करोड़ धड़कनें एक साथ धड़केंगी। देखिए एशिया कप 9 सितंबर से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स और सोनी लिव पर।
Part 2 follows.